Here we go again. Another episode. Retro Fisticuffs Rewind. This one gonna be a good one. Today we got Roy Jones versus Trinidad. You heard me? Let's go.
Victories include 35 knockouts and only 2 defeats. He's the former welterweight world champion, former super welterweight world champion, and former middleweight champion of the world, de Cubeato, Puerto Rico, FELIX.
Trinidad. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I had to start it here because they've been taking my shit down for copyright and shit.
You received the rules earlier tonight.
So
let's go toe to toe. Good luck. Touch gloves.
Let's go.
All right, so we're set to go. We take a look at the tail of the tape. The height's exactly the same as is the reach. Tito Trinidad is 4 years
evenly
younger,
matched.
and there's a half pound between them in weight, so there's not a lot.
Wow, Trinidad was the bigger man in this fight. Crazy.
Here's the rules. No standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And the referee or the doctor can stop the fight. Tito Trinidad and the dark blue kind of short shorts. We haven't seen those in boxing in a while. And Roy Jones Jr. in his gray and red. So both guys start out in the first few seconds kind of cautious.
Okay. Trinidad bombed first.
Tito's been out of action for 2.5 years. Roy Jones Jr. fought in 2007 on July. He beat Anthony Henshaw.
Trinidad throw his shit like he throwing an axe. And that's dangerous.
Tito did not look good his last time out, but Styles made fights and he didn't measure up with Mickey Wright. Mickey with his great defensive skills and plenty of offense in each round and beat Tito in every round.
Good body shot, jab.
A lot at stake for both men in this fight.
Roy Jones got the most unorthodox jab, man. He bring that shit from the hip. He never had his hands up. Ooh. Laser.
He, by the way, is a big favorite, the betting favorite. The crowd favorite is Tito Trinidad because there's a predominantly Puerto Rican crowd here at Madison Square Garden in New York for this fight. And the Colonel Bob Sheridan, glad that you're going to be with myself and Dave. Dave's struggling with a tough throat tonight, so we'll bring him in occasionally for his expert comments on the fight. Tito has been more offensive-minded than has Roy Jones. Roy looking to land something big. Not too much offense so far. That one taken in the gloves of Tito.
Roy too quick.
Minute 15 seconds to go in the first round. But both guys open a little bit on the cautious side here. Jones hanging that left hand down. He wants to counter Tito Trinidad. 2 hard body shots by Tito.
Devastating joints to the body.
His strength throughout the course of his prime of his career was his left hand. Looping right hand shot upstairs. Roy Jones.
Man, I'm glad he didn't hit Roy clean because it would have been night-night the way he throwing his shit.
Arthur Mercanti Jr. He likes to be called Arthur Mercanti now. Some hard shots by Roy Jones. Tito gobbles him up and goes back downstairs with the left hand.
Watch your heads.
20 seconds to go in the round. Roy only threw those 2 power punches. Other than that, he hasn't done much in this first round. Tito forcing the fight. Closing seconds now in the first round. Tito with the uppercut. Roy misses with the left hand. Boy, it looks like he's got a lot of power in the shot, but Tito's landing the shot. And there's the bell ending round number 1.
Man, he's trying to throw
Roy
body
Jones
shot,
at the end of the round.
bring it back up to the head after the bell. That's wild.
Has been with Roy Jones since the get-go.
All right. Put a little
Dr.
Vaseline
Richard Lucy
on his face.
Buffy Smith.
Change it.
And his Tito with his dad. Orlando Pinero. Carlos Lopez.
No te sobreconfíes, Tito. No te sobreconfíes. Bien vivo, Tito. Bien vivo, Tito.
Very relaxed as Roy. And look at this right hand. Boom, that one gets through, but it partially blocked by the glove of Tito Trinidad. And watch the left hand right here, right up underneath the liver. Good shot by Roy. Again, Roy, because of his, a guy that once fought for the heavyweight championship, and not only once fought for it, won the heavyweight championship, but around 200 pounds, trained down to 170. As a matter of fact, 169 and a half. And when they asked him to get it down to 68 to fight Calzaghe, he says, "What's another half pound?" But in reality, in his career, many people think that the reason he lost his fights to Antonio Tarver and Glenn Johnson was the fact that it was too severe on his body to come down so fast. Even though he won the first Antonio Tarver fight by a majority decision.
Yeah, that drained him.
It was just too damaging to his body.
You get up to
Tito Trinidad landing shots.
200 pounds, and then you drop all that weight.
Trinidad, don't forget, fighting at 170 pounds for the first time in his career. He's never fought higher than 160.
Keep him up.
He fought Winky Wright at 160 and also Steve Sharifi. But he was going up then. Tito's been the busier of the two fighters, but some of the heavier blows have been landed by Roy Jones. Jab taken on the forehead of Jones. Jones just paused with a left uppercut. Hard body shot by Roy. No effect taken on Tito. And he comes right back with his tough left hook of his own. One thing I don't notice any ring rush with Tito Trinidad here.
He fucking teeing off on this guy.
Looks like his timing is all there. Jones appears to be pacing himself more than is Tito Trinidad. At least Tito is forcing the fight more.
Damn.
Hard body shot again by both
Sound like
men.
he hitting a heavy bag.
Hooks. Tito just outside the outstretched punches of Roy Jones. One of those got through a light left hook inside. Jones covers up, digs hard to the body.
This was a
Jones
good
wants
back
to punish
and forth.
Tito early with hard body shots, and Tito is actually scoring more shots. 30 seconds to go in the second round. Tito to this point is outboxing Roy Jones.
Is he? Keep him up.
Jones at some stage is going to want to load up a right hand, and he finally does. Almost simultaneously, he must have been thinking about when I said it. Bounce the head back at Tito, but no damage done.
Damn.
And now it opens up, and look at the way the crowd reacts. Bill ends the second round. Good action for the last 15 seconds, but that's a Trinidad round. Well, I must say, after 2 rounds, styles make fights. You hear that all the time, but the Winky Wright style just didn't measure up with Tito Trinidad at all. Trinidad looks a lot better against Roy Jones. Roy Jones is 39 years of age, but still has considerable power.
You getting them singles and
ran down.
I know it. He don't like them. He don't like them. I like you to move around him a little bit when you do it, though. When you do it, move around and chop him again. Don't let him sit. Hey, Merck.
Alton Murchison, the longtime coach of Roy Jones Jr. giving the instructions. Here we go, round number 3 from Madison Square Garden in New York. Tito Trinidad, Felix Trinidad in the blue trunks, the shorter trunks with the red trim, and in the gray that looks silver on your screen with the gray and red, Roy Jones Jr. This is round 3. You're watching King Vision. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. With me is Dave Bontempo, who's struggling with a very bad throat tonight, and we'll get a comment from time to time if we can. We appreciate him being here. And Tito Trinidad takes one off the chops that time. Now Roy gets a little bit busier in this 3rd round of the fight. Blocks those shots by Trinidad. Lands a left hook of his own. Jones hanging the left. Now he gets it back up.
Get that hand up, boy. You sleep on Trinidad. He's dangerous.
They're showing some considerable quickness still in the hands. Short with those jabs. Nothing there. Tito has the positioning exactly right. A little feint by Roy, and then he attacks with the right hand lead. Tito's a guy that seems to be dictating the fight as Roy backs off, and then he plants and goes after him when he chooses. Trinidad not landing as freely here in the 3rd round as he did in 1 and 2. And that's because Jones got a little bit busier, throwing his jabs out to keep him off. Nice counter punches by Roy Jones that time. Landed a couple of them.
Trinidad going for the gusto.
Tito down at that liver of Roy Jones. Roy with a right hand lead again. That's been successful for him. Tito loads up the right hand and it's blocked. Jones having his best round of the first 3 rounds of the fight. As I say that, Tito clips him. Body shots. Roy misses with the uppercut. Roy said, go ahead and hit me all you want down there. Roy Jones hot-dogging a little bit, and that's going to make Tito furious. These guys are actually pretty good friends outside the ring. They did a lot of promotion leading up to this fight, but there's no love lost once you have that bell sound to start the fight. Jones more or less taunting Trinidad, trying to indicate to him that his shots downstairs don't hurt him at all. 5 seconds to go. At the bell, both guys landed punches. I think that was Jones's round.
I do too. 3 in the books.
Now you're in the flow, baby. Now you're in the flow. That's what I want right there. That's the way I like to see it. You got him what we wanted now. That's what I want. We're drawing the picture now. I want you to draw, okay? Okay?
What round that was?
That's 3rd. Hey. 2 side steps in the corner, don't just stay in one place, though. Just 2 side steps. Get them angles on it. Okay?
39 years old. He's not huffing and puffing too much, is he?
Okay, as long as you can do it, I ain't gonna mess with you. You can see that corner.
I'm entertainer.
Yeah. Hey,
Can I just slip it?
it's your show then. It's your show. Okay?
And I mentioned some counter punching that Roy Jones did. Watch this on the ropes now. He's back there. Boom. As Tito comes in. Nice shot. All right, here we go. Round number 4, Madison Square Garden. Roy Jones picked up the pace in round 3, and they thought he won round 3. So just the points separating the two as we're in the 4th round now at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Little Bob Sheridan here with the Dave Bontempo. And the entire staff of Belmonte Productions and King Vision. Glad that you can be with us wherever you're watching around the world. Tito Trinidad continues to come forward as Jones backs off. Jones loves to back off and set traps.
Nice hook. I feel like if I was a pro boxer,
Jones Jr., the first boxer in history to go an entire
I
round
could stand toe to
in
toe
the history of boxing without being hit
with these two.
with one punch, and that was against
With the
Vinny
right
Paz
training.
in that fight. So he's got some significant defensive tactics out there. But Trinidad trying to put the pressure on him. Roy seems like he's got a different confidence than he had in the first round. Kind of pot shotting, wild shots coming from the hip.
He
with his
slipped
left
that.
hand, overhand rights. Making smiling gestures at Trinidad. You saw in the last round where he's really hot dogging it in the corner. Almost a pushing jab that time by Tito. He's going to hook a little bit more that time. Jones's punches do look hard. Roy Jones seems to want to hot dog it with Tito Trinidad. Every time he gets hit, he makes a gesture like almost making a fool out of Tito. Tito's not going to like that. No professional fighter likes to be made little of. Now Jones smiling at Tito Trinidad. A little psych to this game too. Right hand by Roy.
That was
Roy
the
very
three
confident right
fastest
now. Tito trying to work
left
the
hooks
body
I
of Roy
ever
Jones
seen
Jr.
with one
Roy at
hand.
one stage in the last round, just say, go ahead, keep hitting me down there. It doesn't bother me at all.
He invented the skibbity pat hook. And he just catching him when he want.
He snapped the head back at Tito. Closer round than the last round, but I think Jones is winning this round as well with 21 seconds to go.
You know when he gonna go to the body.
Downstairs.
When you put your hands up, you know he's going to the rib cage.
Jones stalking him with the right hand leads. 5 seconds to go in this fourth round. And there's the bell. Not that McCanty jumps in there to stop them from continuing. So I got it even after 4.
Cuando él venga de frente, camínalo. No deje que entre, ¿está bien? Y cuando vaya para atrás, pues lo mantiene a distancia. Todo el tiempo lo va a mantener a distancia. Cuando él quiere entrar, tú te mueves y le das con el jab. Cuando él vaya para atrás, tú lo buscas y le das con el jab. Todo el tiempo manténlo a distancia, ¿está bien? Sube la mano izquierda porque la derecha te llegó algunas veces, ¿está bien?
Está bien.
A lot of confidence
Let's
right there.
go.
Notice for the 39-year-old fighter, he's not huffing and puffing too much at all.
Roy Jones was definitely in shape for OG.
Big guy.
All right, here we go to round number 5. Roy Jones has got that swagger back from his best days. It seems like he likes fighting in this weight classification. It seems all right for him tonight, but he's against a guy that's had a 2.5-year layoff. So Tito Trinidad now is going to start turning things back in his favor as he lands a hard body shot there. Gets a jab through that time. Jones is right now filled with confidence. He's not breathing heavily. And we know that he's going to be considered the heavy puncher of the two. The chance go up for Tito, and that only inspires Roy Jones Jr. Jones doing a nice job defensively too, as he's done throughout his career. He's able to get those hands up and block shots. Here he is pot shotting. There's the Roy fans chanting Roy, Roy, Roy right back. So there are quite a few Roy Jones Jr. fans here too. And now Roy Jones complains about the low blow.
You got you on the side. Got you here. You're all right. Shake it off.
You gonna tell a nigga shake it off after you just got punched in the nuts. That ain't nothing you could just shake off, bruh. Fuck wrong with you? Just cause you ain't got no sack.
You're all right. Now Jones got a different look on his face. One of cold determination right now. That was a borderline shot at best.
Oh my God, yo. This boy is devastating with that hook body
and he gets hit,
combo.
right in the middle, kind of in the solar plex area, but mid on the low side. And he walked away, but then hot dogged it at the end of that respite. Jones wants to really show off in the ring tonight. He's done it from time to time in his career, and he wants to be the showman. So far, he is. It's frustrating Tito Trinidad, I believe. Tito, meanwhile, the look on his face is one of determination, but a little bit more concerned. Jones is like at a, I don't want to say a sparring session, but he's like he's at a tea party, enjoying every moment of this. This, by the way, with 30 seconds to go, was a difficult round to score. And remember, Roy Jones said that he knocked this guy out in the 4th round, and of course that's by the books, as we're almost at the end of the 5th round.
Oh, man.
All right, the bell ends the 5th round, and I thought that Trinidad won that round. But that's a close round.
Vamos adelante, bien adelante. Vamos a caminar con calma, tranquilo.
Watch the right hands by Roy Jones. He's been getting a lot of mileage out of these right hand leads. That one wasn't a right hand lead. That one was set up by the jab, but there's the right hand lead. Been successful for him tonight on several, all of these that you watch.
Yeah.
Roy did a lot of hot dogging in that last round, and it might have cost him the round, at least on my score sheet.
Stuff off. He's trailing a little bit. Okay, give me a couple deep breaths. What round we going in? Six. Okay. All right. Good. All right, second job. Come on, Murphy.
All right, here we go for round number 6. You know, if Hopkins beats Joe Calzaghe, it could be kind of ironic that Jones would possibly have to go after Hopkins, and it was the other way around for many, many years. Now, it's just one of the ramifications of this fight. Of course, Roy Jones has got to beat Trinidad. And right now, I've got Trinidad out in front by a point, in spite of the fact it looks like...
All right, I give him that, yeah. Trinidad been throwing the hardest shots.
You know, the judges may be split in that last round, but we'll see how it goes. Nonetheless, we're in round number 6. It's past the area where Jones said he'd knock out Trinidad. Trinidad also vowed he'd knock out Roy Jones Jr. Roy with that sneaky right-hand lead, but nobody home that time. That's the first time he's thrown it and really committed to the right hand that Tito was able to avoid it. Tito comes back upstairs. He lets Roy out of the corner. Lets Roy come to him. Tito's thrown a lot more body shots. It hasn't seemed to slow Jones down at all at this stage. Jones still supremely confident in his eyes. Lunges with the left hand, no real damage done with that at all. That right hand has been the best weapon so far for Jones tonight. But thus far, he's been bouncing the head back. He really hasn't sat down with the right hand and really labeled this guy with a right hand power shot. Tito hasn't chosen to fight on the inside whatsoever. He works from out here. Wants to box Jones. Thinks he's a better boxer. In spite of the fact that he's been off for 2.5 years.
He throwing him.
Training.
Trinidad, ooh, you trying to kill him.
Right hand that time and another right hand. A little over a minute to go in the 6th round. Tito sets him up with the elbow, and right on top of it is Arthur Mercanti.
Keep him up, Tito.
Well, there's 3 pretty good left hooks in a row by Tito Trinidad and another left hook. But he hasn't shifted Jones with any of his shots. Meaning Jones doesn't have any respect for Tito's power. He just leans his chin out and shakes his head. Now Roy sits down in his punches and hits Tito hard. Caught Tito with a left hook that time. It's another one of these rounds where I suspect that Tito Trinidad has landed more punches, but Roy has landed some harder punches, and that's going to be subjective as how the judges score this round. I'm going to have to give this round to Roy Jones.
Yeah, I'll give it to Roy too.
But that's a question mark round.
Más vivo, ¿está bien? Estamos ganando la pelea.
Unofficially, I got a dead even after 6 rounds, 57-57. Tito winning 1, 2, and 5, and Roy 3, 4 in that 6th round.
No podemos coger esos golpes. ¿Está bien?
But again, I put a question mark next to the 6th round because it depends on how the judges determine whether the accumulation of punches of Tito are more valuable than the 4 or 5 hard blows that Roy Jones actually landed. I think that the damage doled out by Jones is more significant than what Trinidad did.
I got you.
And watch the antics at the end of the round.
Marking his territory. That's what animals do.
I don't know what the heck that was.
You know what it is. So you ain't no fighter. You wouldn't know.
Round number 7. Roy Jones facing you to the right of your screen. Felix Tito Trinidad to the left of your screen in the dead even fight. And this is almost exactly as billed. A very interesting fight. As close as it is and as close as the rounds have been. Roy Jones has been successful with the pot shots with the right hand. Tito Trinidad pretty much has been working the body at Jones, but it's not taking any toll on Jones. Jones superbly and supremely confident in this fight. At times has taunted Tito Trinidad, making a mockery of him. Jones loads up the left hook and then whistles at Tito. This guy's really taunting Trinidad, making it like the whole thing is a joke.
It's not a joke.
Tito answers with shots downstairs.
Right
Roy
back.
just looks so much heavy when he lands it. Caught Tito. Oh! He caught Tito with the right hand.
Oh,
and it was one of those delayed shots. And Tito's down. The count's up to 6 and 7 and 8. He may not be able to recover from this. He was hit with a shot. And it was one of those delayed reactions where the brain just crashes into the skull, and that shows the power of Roy Jones Jr. as Trinidad went down with a shot that took him to the canvas and his legs aren't totally back. And Roy knows he's got him hurt, and Roy would like to finish him off right now. And in this thing, the uppercut right hand. Tito's in trouble. His legs aren't there, and he has absolutely no power, and Roy knows it. Roy bends over trying to land the right hand. Tito is actually almost defenseless right now. Digging body shot. His punches just don't have any significant power.
I can't tell.
So Tito
Body
Trinidad
shots
has
look
felt
like
the
they
power of Roy
hurt.
Jones Jr. Hence the supreme confidence of Roy Jones. So if the fight were close after 6, it's not close anymore. There's a lot of time here that Jones can catch him with another shot. And you get the idea and the look in the eyes of Roy Jones that he can finish this thing anytime he wants. Tito's got the bounce
Good
back in his
combo.
legs, but his punches don't have any sting.
Body shots, dude.
Right hand caught Tito again. There's a powerful right hand, the left temporal bone of Tito Trinidad. With 12 seconds to go in the round, Roy continues to pour it on. Uppercuts. So Tito taking some serious damage here in the 7th round. That's the best round of the fight for Roy Jones Jr. Certainly the most definitive round. Did he let him off the hook? I don't know. The big question is he can seemingly do whatever he wants anytime he wants.
Do something, Al.
Overhand right. Overhand right.
Good work, boy.
He moved it to his left. He moved, keep right, a little bit more.
Can you ask him to lift his right glove? Okay.
Vamos, Tito. Vamos, Tito.
Mano alta, Tito. ¿Está bien? No va a estar pendiente de todo.
Ya, Tito, arriba la cabeza.
All right, watch this shot now. There it is, a right hand right on the temporal bone. And then it's one of those delayed shots where the brain crosses the skull, and there's the knockdown. This will show it better. Boom, right there, and boom, the legs go. And he was really staggering too. This happened right in front of where I'm sitting. To look into his eyes, I was questioning whether he'd eventually be able to get up. So again, to this point in the fight, considerable difference in the power, and that's the reason why the odds makers had Jones a prohibitive favorite in this fight. Tito Trinidad doesn't appear that he can handle it at 170 pounds.
Please, Mickey.
Roy Jones Jr. looks so much stronger. And even though, you know, the fight was real close through 6 rounds, and it's still for that matter close, but Tito just doesn't appear to have the power to hurt Jones at all. And Jones knows it. He's fighting that way. Now it looks like he's in a, you know, a second gear that he wants to turn it up a notch and finish this thing off as he snaps the head back at Tito with a couple of good jabs. And also, Jones has done a nice job in defending himself, and that Tito Trinidad hasn't been able to hit him with a really good left hook upstairs.
Damn.
I mean, this is Tito Trinidad. It's a rusty Tito Trinidad, maybe after a 2.5-year layoff.
Watch your head.
But certainly Jones looks better than he did against Hanshaw and against Prince Badi Ajamu. And those were his last 2 12-round victories. Everything on the gloves taken by Roy Jones. Roy takes a deep breath, goes with that right hand again. That's been the power shot. That was the shot that dropped Tito Trinidad in the last round. And now Tito is fighting, in a lot of ways it reminds me of the Winky Wright fight, in that perhaps Jones watched the Winky Wright fight defensively, and that he's got his hands up there and just catching everything that Tito throws upstairs, because this is the way Winky defended against him. But Jones much more aggressive here, offensive-minded now, and this is the 8th round after dropping Tito in the 7th. Totally outboxing Tito Trinidad. He's outboxing him, and he's landing shots like that. Tito has a look on his face like the mouse with a big cat sitting in front of him. And Roy looks like the Cheshire Cat as he digs to the body. This Tito throwing everything he's got. It's like a gnat on the back of an elephant. I mean, his punches just don't seem to have any power at all. And this is a guy, you know, who's fighting at 147, was wasting guys with power shots. There's Jones loading up power now with about 12 seconds to go in this round. Closing seconds of the 8th round. And that's just a round where Tito did everything he could do, but all of these taken on the gloves by Roy Jones. That's another round for Jones Jr. So Jones, in my score sheet, at least 3 points out in front in this fight right now.
Looking like a champ.
Go ahead, Al.
Like a champ. How you feeling?
Good, man.
All right. Way to go. Way to go. You're walking him down. Try to keep them punches in front of you. Try to keep them punches in front of you. Just don't walk in. Walk in behind your shots. Now everything else working fine. Still circling him a little bit. I'd like you to get to your right a little bit more.
Hook body, what you doing? Hook head, hook body. Is he dropping down and catch hook?
Yeah, he moving to the left.
No, that's not what we're doing. When I said when I hook head, hook body, what is he doing? Hook head, hook body, he trying to hook back. He blocking the hook too, right?
Yeah.
He putting the hand down?
Yeah.
Nice job, man. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Listen to this, analyze it, man.
All right, seconds out.
And they talked about the body shots of Roy Jones. He's got terrific body shots. Remember the shot against the ribs of Virgil Hill in that fight years ago? I mean, in spite of the fact he's 39 years of age, he still has it in his arsenal.
Pepsi, wipe the corner.
All right, here we go. Round number 9, scheduled for 12. Roy Jones Jr., in my opinion, clearly out in front of this fight, having had
he cleaning it.
in what was apparently a seesaw battle.
It was. Not no
Even
more.
through the 6th round, you got the idea that Jones's power was much more than Tito Trinidad. Tito throwing a lot of punches in the rounds that he won were an accumulation of punches, but the accumulation of the punches is not getting the job done for Tito Trinidad, in my opinion. Jones has the power. And he's a smart guy in the ring. I mean, you hear him discussing with his coach, Alton Murchison, exactly what Tito Trinidad is doing and how he can counter it. Two right hand leads that time. Tito victimized by the right hand back in the 7th round when he got hit in the delayed reaction, took him off his feet. A real solid right hand to the temporal area. Trinidad in his early career is a guy that was knocked down a few times in his career. And used to say once Tito got knocked down,
man, Trinidad got some great combinations. If that was anybody else, they would be sleep.
Right now, the punches just don't seem to have the power. And look at Roy.
Oh, there we go.
He almost took Tito off his feet with the left hook. Tito continues to back off. He plants the feet. Continues to back. Jones stalking him. Looking to land another right hand upstairs. Roy with that tight, winky right type defense with his hands up there that caused Tito all kinds of problems in his last fight against Winky. Roy just filled with confidence. You got to remember one thing, he is 39 years of age, and will he wilt in the next round or so? If he doesn't wilt soon, it's going to be too late. Because he's doing a nice job of keeping the pressure on Tito Trinidad. Roy Jones clips him with a pretty solid left hand that time. Landing shots, but they're all in the gloves of partially.
Good combinations, man. He threw them guys with so much heat.
Taking it for the chin, but it missed. Hard body shots by Roy now. Closing seconds of the 9th round. And Roy kicks him again on the bell ends the 9th round. Another Roy Jones round. Tito just, the lack of power is considerable in the difference in this fight.
Vamos a trabajar un poquito, vamos a trabajar un poquito. Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo estamos de aire? Bien, estamos bien. Camínalo para lado y lado. Vamos. Con ese jab para adelante. Con el jab para adelante y la recta después. Golpe recto. Está pegando bien el cuerpo. Está bien. Yo sé que te está llegando con una mano. La pelea vaya ahí. Se puso pareja cuando te tumbó. Cuando te tumbó.
It's his dad, Felix Trinidad Sr., and if he feels at any stage that Tito's got no shot in this fight, he'll stop the fight. He won't let Tito take a lot of damage. And it's getting to the point now where Tito's going to need a knockout. It leads a knockdown to even get back in the fight. Here we go with round number 10. I got it 87-83 going to the 10th round in favor of Roy Jones Jr. The difference in the fight, the considerable power that Jones possesses over Trinidad.
I think Roy will knock him down one more time.
Right now, Trinidad has got to get something going. See, Roy pot shots him again with the power. Minute gone. Jones kind of holding his energy back here in round number 10. Trying to set the trap, looks away from Tito, trying to draw him in. Jones has done this throughout his career. Trinidad actually now is outboxing Roy at this stage, but again, Roy possesses the power, so if Trinidad doesn't land some shots,
should have went to the, there you go to the body.
Again, the crowd is into it, but those shots are partially blocked. All those shots are blocked by Jones, and Jones knows it. And there's a straight right hand. So all the stuff that Tito did negated immediately by 2 straight right hands by Roy Jones Jr., in my opinion. There's more damage done on those 2 right hands than everything that Jones, rather than Trinidad has done throughout the course of the 10th round. Invites him in. Jones has that look in his face that if you fight me, just like a smack. Roy, we're great on the nerves if you're fighting him. And that's part of his strategy. But I don't think that's the serious thing tonight. I think the serious difference is the power that Jones possesses over Trinidad. And that was the big story going into the fight. You know, they talked about the 2.5-year layoff. They talked about that being offset by the fact that Roy was 39.
Oh, shit.
And while he had wins over Hanshaw and Jameau, you know, they weren't real impressive wins, but this is an impressive performance he's putting on tonight. And down goes Trinidad again. That was kind of a flash knockdown. They take the standing 8 count, but that's the second time he's been down in the fight. Now he's really totally out as far as the scoring is concerned, to my way of thinking. Uppercut inside. So the bell ends the 10th round, and Trinidad goes down again. And that was a flash knockdown, where the 7th round was a serious knockdown. But it puts Trinidad way behind the score sheet as far as I'm concerned, by 4 or 5 points anyway.
Tito, no, tú estuvieras ganando la pelea.
Tito, you okay? You okay?
Si no, tú estuvieras ganando la pelea.
Let's watch this now. There's Tito coming in, straight left hand, and boom, the right hand again. But it was the left hand, the power of the left hand that got Trinidad off balance. Watch, his knees are almost before him, and then the right hand just had him off balance, and down he went. And see, the power got him off balance and got almost his left foot outstretched in front of him, so he was off balance. So a light followed up shot was able to do the damage.
Let's go.
There's Roy's twin sons, and they're pretty excited. Roy Jones Jr. twin sons. They come to all his fights. All right, here we go to the 11th round. And now it would take a knockout for Trinidad to win the fight. It would be virtually impossible for Tito to win this fight right now, because he hasn't shown the power to even shift Jones throughout the course of this fight. And for Roy Jones Jr. now, it's just 6 minutes of pure luxury of being in there with a guy that's going to the Hall of Fame in Tito Trinidad. And virtually no chance does Trinidad to win this fight. Roy just in a defensive posture right now. Now he goes offensive minded. And anytime he goes offense, you get an idea he can open up and stop this guy. Had him down hard in the 7th round, and then that flash knockdown that you saw in the 10th. The uppercut. But at least 6 points difference on the score sheets now. Judges Tommy Kazmarek, he and I are usually right in line. Julie Letterman, she and I are usually right in line. Nelson Vasquez and I are pretty close. Vasquez may give a close round to Trinidad, but the rounds that Jones has won, I don't think have been close. I think he's won them convincingly with his power. There were a few closer rounds in the early part of the fight, and I explained to it the given time why I thought each individual got the points. Tito tries to work hard downstairs, but again, you know, for all the punching he's doing, there's just no power there.
He connects whenever he want now, seem like.
Professional boxing is about hurting your opponent. And Tito can't hurt Jones, and Jones knows it. I mean, Tito's having a terrific boxing.
Yeah, the average opponent would have went down. Like Trinidad really throwing that shit. And he ain't hurt Roy yet at all, matter of fact.
Where that shot come from? Round number 11. Tito backing off on his heels. There are these hard shots by Roy again. I mean, his left hook spun the head of Tito Trinidad. So for all the nice boxing that Tito's done in this round, I can't give this round to Trinidad.
Nah.
some of the judges will, but it's academic anyway, because without knocking this guy down and knocking him out, he can't win the fight. Look at this.
I said, look at this.
Power shots again. Damaging power shots. And that's what professional boxing is about. Floyd Mayweather might disagree with that. Jones just continues to have a field day.
Daddy. All right. Last and final round. 12th round.
7-100 going to the 12th round.
I definitely had Roy winning most of the fight. If I didn't already know the outcome, I will be rooting for Roy
Kind of interesting to see what happens if Roy has
to
the
win
same
it all.
confidence when he goes in with Calzaghe and Hopkins. But he's not going to have such a distinct power advantage against either one of those two guys. And that's been the difference in this fight throughout. All smiles and laughter over in that corner. Why not? They've got this fight in the bag. All right, here we go, the 12th and final round. It hasn't disappointed Roy Jones Jr. fans. And for Roy, it will lead to, I'm sure, a shot at a really big payday after this one.
All right.
Tito Trinidad, I don't know where he goes from here. Does he go into a
retirement
a third time, or does he continue to fight? But with this performance against Roy Jones Jr., it's clear that the light heavyweight division isn't the right division for Tito Trinidad.
Nah. He lost all his power at light heavyweight. At 160, 168 maybe.
He fought against Winky Wright, and he had little success in that fight. I didn't think he went around in that fight. In the early going, the fight was real interesting for a while as Tito won the first couple of rounds and Jones came back
Teeing off.
impose his will on Tito Trinidad. And it was fairly close right up through 6, and then when Tito got knocked down in the 7th round, it was clear to me and it was clear to Roy Jones that he could probably drop this guy anytime he wanted to. He hasn't been able to do it at will, because after all, Tito Trinidad, you know, he's a Hall of Fame fighter himself, and he's battling right to the bell. But Roy is like cruising through this first half of this 12th round, 12th and final round.
Oh.
And there's the left hook, and every time that Roy lands a punch, you see the head snap at Tito Trinidad. It's amazing he hasn't been knocked out in this fight. And at 19 seconds to go in the fight, Jones would like to take him out right now.
I would.
The last minute of
I would
the
go
fight.
for the gusto.
But none of these punches that Tito Trinidad lands does have any toll. There's the uppercut, left hand, backs Tito off, right hand. Now here's Roy trying to finish it with a knockout. Tito hangs in there pretty good. I think there's some sort of fatigue factor for Roy Jones too at 39 years of age. After all, we're in the final minute of a 12-round fight, and he is not out on his feet. This is a great athlete that he is. A definitive moment for Roy Jones Jr., whose career will live to fight another day. Tito Trinidad, it's up in the air as to what he might do.
Wow.
Shots being thrown by Roy Jones. With 20 seconds to go, he still has aspirations of wanting to knock him out to finish the fight. 15 seconds to go. Tito taking a lot of head blows right now. Closing seconds of the fight.
Let's go.
And this fight is all over. Here comes the bell to end it. The bell ends the fight.
Good fight. Good fight.
Performance for Roy Jones Jr. And the difference in this fight was definitely the power. I eventually scored it 117-109. We'll hear the official scores in a moment. There's no question in my mind that Roy Jones Jr. has won this fight and won it convincingly.
I still got about 5 left.
I want to thank statisticians tonight, Mike the Greek Randolph, Tammy Kotel, and Nobu Ikoshima for all their effort. Here's the round 7 knockdown. That was the delayed shot where he got hit by the right hand, and I explained how that happens. And then in round 10, the second knockdown, again, kind of off balance, coming in, getting hit with a jab, and then the right hand behind.
That was a
him
good
with
shot.
his feet. But that second knockdown just ended the scoring of the fight. Tonight's transmission provided by Strategic Television. We thank Jason Land, Matt Bridges, and their staff for the great work always.
Now we're finna go to Wales. We'll take our show over the road. But
Roy hasn't stopped talking all night. He talked during the fight. Dave, have you got enough voice left to say what you're thinking at the end of this fight? No, he can't do it. Well, Dave Bontempo struggled in the early going, and we appreciate his help in the early part, and the voice just died on him. And that happens from time to time.
I told you that, by the way. What's up, Kenneth? What's up, man? What the deal? Hey, man, you know, he took a lot of shit. He took a lot of
Still get the smile on that baby face. He's still a hero down in Puerto Rico.
You look good. Great fight. Fast. Very fast.
You do it, Roy. So for Roy Jones Jr., when he gets this decision and it becomes official, Calzaghe, Hopkins, in the future for him, we'll find out what it's all about. For Tito Trinidad, we won't find out tonight what his future is. But there's one thing for sure, he doesn't appear to be able to compete at 170, 175 pounds with the power of a legitimate 175 pounder, in spite of the fact Tito probably walks around the streets at 180 to 190. So again, it was a real interesting fight for 6 rounds, and then with the knockdown. Well, let's make it official now with Michael Buffer, who's standing by to give us the official decision.
Go to the scorecards. Tommy Kazmarek, 116-110. Julie Letterman, 117-109. Nelson Vasquez, 116-110. All to the winner by unanimous decision. He turned back the clock tonight. Roy Jones Jr.
Unanimous decision.
So very little suspense.
So I'm gonna cut it short right there. You got another one, a great one at that, man. Roy Jones dominated Trinidad in this classic throwback rewind fight, and that's gonna wrap it up for us. Retro Fisticuffs Rewind, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding! I'm out. Peace.